Welcome to the Bearded Barbarian! Welcome, everybody. Today is comic book day. What does that mean? Well, we have a mystery box from Boxed Heroes, and we have a custom comic from Squatchy Comics. So, I have been looking into some other things other than Funko Pops. I do a lot of Funko Pop videos. That's my main thing that I do here. But we do some other things from time to time, and occasionally we'll do some comic books. I had a couple requests for me to do some more, so I decided to go back at it and try a different company. The last company that I've done a lot of comic books with was that Spider-Man booth. And I really did like the comics that I got from those, but I decided to try a different one that I've seen a lot of other people open as well, Boxed Heroes. So that's the first thing we're going to look to open, and then we're going to open our custom comic. I reached out to a person on Instagram. His name is Squatchy Comics, okay? And he does custom work. And so I asked him about potentially doing something that might represent something that we do at the channel, and so that would be sort of fun. Maybe I could potentially put up in my background. And he gave me a price, and it sounded good to me. And I gave him some ideas, and we picked out a comic that has a blank cover on it. You can buy comics with a blank cover on it, and he will do a sketch. And he'll either do the front and the back, or you can just do the front. So I'm only going to display the front, so I chose to just do the front this time. And I won't spoil what it is, but hopefully you'll think it's really cool. He did send me some pictures about it, and I thought it was really, really neat. I was going to put them out on my Instagram, but I didn't want to spoil it for anyone. I wanted to put it out a video first, and then we'll see how it turns out. And then I have another item that I'm going to use to sort of preserve it. And I'll show you a little bit about what it is, something he had suggested. So what we're going to do first, before we do that, is our Boxed Heroes, okay? So it's an interesting company. It's a $30 mystery box, and it's about $8 shipping. So, and there's supposedly some good comics in there. I've heard a lot of good reviews from people on their comics that they put in there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Once I open this up, I'm going to do my jelly bean, and since it's a mystery box, and we'll see how it goes. I just wanted to show you sort of what it looks like before I do any of that. Okay, so it's got some cool designs on it. You can sort of see Boxed Heroes, and this is Boxed Heroes over there as well, and this way. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take a taste of our jelly bean here. I just got done a little while ago with my 500 subscriber jelly beans, and it went okay. I'll let you see the video. It won't be a spoiler, but they were rough to eat, these beans. So I'm just going to eat one, and I'm grateful just to eat the one. Okay, so this one's a kind of a reddish brownish one. I don't know. Can't imagine it's good. Yeah, that's not good. Not the worst one. Earwax? Got a kind of a faint flavor. Kind of a faint, nasty flavor. My guess is it's earwax. Oh well. Could be worse, trust me. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try to do this mystery box style. See what we got. I'm going to pull them out one at a time. See what he's got in here. Alright, first thing is Boxed Heroes. It says Boxed Heroes is here to save you from other mystery and subscription boxes. We have amazing inventory and awesome prizes. Check out our website for more information, boxedheroes.com. So I'll put a little picture up in the corner of this particular card. So that was cool. Again, I've never purchased anything from them, so they give me another one. All right. This one says Boxed Heroes, and it says, want to win a graded comic? You have 2 chances to win this month. Tag us in a post on social media. Follow us on social media. Winner will be announced in the first of every month. www.boxedheroes.com. So apparently you have another option to win some extra things. So maybe I'll try to do that. This has been sitting for a while, so I don't usually like to leave things sitting for a while, but lately I've been letting things pile up more than they should. So let me just go ahead and set this over here first. All right, let's see what we got here. I feel some books with some, looks like some good packaging. Not sure what order they want me to take them out in, so I'm just going to sort of leave them the way they are like this, and then take them out one at a time and show you what we got first, and then we'll see. I have a fair knowledge of comic books, but not a great knowledge of comic books. So I think what I'm going to do is just try to show you what I have and not try to be too brilliant about it so I look like too much of an idiot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them over one at a time. All right, first one is Ultimate X-Men, The Return of the King. And this is a, it looks like a paperback. And you can see it's pretty thick. It's actually very thick. So yeah, I'm not really into trade paperbacks too much. But I do like X-Men, and that's a cool one. Got a cool cover. So yeah, Return of the King. Hopefully you think that one's cool. All right, let's see what else we got. What's our next one? Rocket Raccoon. Oh, he's cool. And it looks like we've got it looks like a Lego of Stan Lee on the cover. So that's kind of a fun one. Rocket Raccoon. So yeah, it says rated T. I believe it says $9.99. And it's #1, the variant edition. So yeah, hopefully you think that's cool. Like stuff with Stan Lee on it. That's always fun. What do we got here? We got an Uncanny X-Men. This is a 50-cent one, an older book. Win a 10-speed formula. The Uncanny X-Men. It is number 151. Yeah, looks like a nice one. Old comic book. The one thing about that Spider-Man booth, they had a lot of new comic books. They didn't really have older comic books in it, so it depends on what you like. What I do like about them is they're all in Mylar, which is nice. I mean, I think people really dig that. They put them in some really nice stuff with a nice backer board. So yeah, that was cool. Uncanny X-Men. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, we got a Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck. Most people don't know too much about Howard the Duck. All they remember is that terrible movie that was made many, many years ago, and a lot of people upset a lot of people. But it was actually one of the first Marvel books that they made out there. I mean, movies that they had out there. So it slowed things down significantly. It's a 30-cent book. It is number 6. So yeah, Howard the Duck. Very cool. In the comments, go ahead and put in there, you think this book is good or not good, or this was a good box or not a good box. I always love to hear people's opinions. The next one is Street Fighter 2. This is a #1. It says premiere issue. I remember playing Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter as a video game, and that was always a lot of fun. I wasted a lot of quarters in those machines. So yeah, hopefully you think that's cool. They're in great condition. That's one thing you like about it. Ooh, this one looks very cool. This is Man-Bat. And I don't know if you can see it too well, but it's like a hologram style. It's sort of like, you can sort of see, it looks raised. It's probably hard to see on video, but it's very, very cool the way they did it. The design is really neat. It says 23.4. It's a DC. So yeah, Man-Bat #1. So yeah, that was what we ended up with. I like that one. If I went through, Street Fighter's okay. Howard the Duck's pretty cool. Some X-Men is a nice one. I like Stan Lee. And this one's really not my favorite. But yeah, sort of interesting. So yeah. Some of it may end up in giveaways. Some of it I may hold on to. I haven't really decided. So yeah. So let me know what you think about those. All right. So what we're going to do now, go ahead and stick these back in our box. And we'll take a look at our custom comic. So I'm not sure if you can imagine what I could possibly want for a custom comic to represent the channel. So obviously our channel is Bearded Barbarian. So I wanted something to do with our barbarian. So what I did was I sent him a picture of our logo. Okay, the logo that I use for the stickers and that you see at the beginning of each video, etc. To see if he could sort of formulate a character based on that. So the Bearded Barbarian is a character that he made. And again, he spent quite a while working on it. And he actually, it was sort of interesting. He posted some stuff on Instagram for his Instagram channel. He said he put some other stuff in here. We'll see what he did. It looks like he packed it really well, which I appreciate. It's hard to get out, though. Right, let's see. What he's got here. Not sure. What is going on? Here we go. Okay. Where's this? Did I open the wrong thing? Yeah, I did. Okay, so that's the custom comic here. So what we're opening first is, he had suggested getting some protectors for it. So I said, well, maybe I should get and just pay to have it be CGC, certified. And he said, I'm not too sure about that. That's a lot of money to pay. And one of the downsides about CGC is, according to him, is that they're not UV protected. And I planned on putting it up in the room so that can be seen. And UV light does terrible things to pictures. It does terrible things to anything. I actually, sort of interesting, I had an autograph one time, Cam Neely, who's used to be on the Bruins, and I had it up in my room, and it was autographed with a black Sharpie. And the interesting thing, I still have the picture. There is no autograph on it whatsoever. It's completely bleached out by the sun. The UV light just completely destroyed it, okay? So, anyway, so he suggested using a company called Gator Guard because he said it's UV protected and it should protect it really, really well. So I reached out to them, and they're actually on Instagram. I think they have a website as well, which I'll link down if you want to check them out. And you can sort of see it's a thin piece of plastic. It looks kind of like the cover you would see on a CGC or something like that. I believe it was, I don't know, $30 for 2 of them or something like that, 15 bucks a piece. And you had to buy like 2 at a time. You could buy 6 if you wanted to do that. And then they have different colored screws you can get. I got little blue screws. So what I'm going to do is I won't spend too much time unwrapping it, but you can sort of see what it is. Again, it's called Gator Guard. And you put the thing in, and you put the comic in the middle, and then we'll screw it together. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show off the comic book, and then I will put the protector together and sort of show you what we got afterwards. We'll also do a little research on some of the comics, see if we can find any values on any of those, but hopefully that'll be something that you think is cool. Okay? So, sort of good information. Sometimes, you know, you buy comic books or you buy things and you're trying to figure out how do I display them or what do I do with them. And I'm one of those type of people. I'm always thinking about if I buy something, how do I display it? I don't want to just stick it in a box. I'm just not that type of person. So if you want to display something like a comic book in a way other than having to go out and have something done by CGC, which can be quite expensive from my understanding. I've never done that, so I really don't know. But so yeah. All right, so let's see if we can crack into Squatchy Comics. He was very nice to deal with. If anybody's gone over and visited him or had any custom work done, he does really, really awesome art. You can go in there. He'll show a lot of different things. He also does mystery boxes from time to time, and you can get something. And part of the mystery box is you get comics, but the cool thing is you also get an original artwork piece by him in there. So I'm not really sure what the cost is for that, but my understanding he's working on some now for that. So hopefully he'll think it's cool. He put "This is not a Vantage comic box" in his cardboard, so I thought that was cool. So yeah, I'm not really sure, again, other than the custom comic. I think he said there was going to put something else in here, but I don't know that. All I know is in here is the custom comic. So what we'll do is we'll do that, put some tabs in here, which I appreciate. He's got it well protected. He's got a thing inside of a thing here, so put that there. Sorry it's taking so long to unpack it, but I want to be very careful with it. It wasn't terribly cheap, but when you have custom work done and you have an artist do custom work, that's what happens. So, and that, you know, I wouldn't expect anything less. So what we're going to do is we'll look at the first thing before I do show the actual thing. All right, so he has a little post-it note on there, and I'll show that in a second. Well, let me show you stickers first. Got some cool stickers, which I really appreciate. It says right here, Squatching. And it's, you know, a Sasquatch is his logo. So I think that's really cool. That's an awesome sticker. Approved by the Squatch Clan Elders. So that's another cool one. So yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can find some places to put my stickers that he gave me. All right, so he put a little note, and he goes, "Mr. Barbarian, first of all, thank you. Really appreciate you. This is the cover B to my most favorite comic I've ever read. Enjoy." Very cool. It's dinosaurs and Mars bots versus Mars bots. So yeah, that's a very cool one. He said it's his favorite comic, which is awesome. I didn't pay for that. It's just something he threw in, which is super awesome. Okay. All right. So first of all, I'll let you look at the comic, and here it is. It is Spawn number 300, and you can take a look at what it is. And I'll make sure to put a really good picture on the side here as well at the end of the video. We talked about what comic I would want to try to have the work done on, and we went back and forth. I love Spawn. I have a Spawn number 1 from the days when I was reading comic books in high school. And I just thought it would be a really cool one. And I wanted the Barbarian fighting. I said fighting Spawn, and he killed Spawn. So It says right here, the death of Spawn, history making. This is now the time of the Bearded Barbarian. So you can see he's the Bearded Barbarian's here. I sent him my logo. You can see that the work that he did here, and that he's, you know, cutting the head off. The colors are really bright and vibrant. It's probably hard to see on the camera, but they are super cool. He did an awesome job. So yeah, it's a nice big thick book too. The comic itself is a nice big thick book. And he put a thing at the back. He put a certificate of authenticity. He said, Squatch Inc. has issued the certificate to verify this is a blank sketch variant of Spawn 300, is sketched and signed by Wes Losner, a.k.a. Squatchy, on this date, July 21st, 2020. It's been sitting for a little while. For verification purposes, contact Squatch Inc. at Squatchy Comics at gmail.com. Okay? So again, I'll try to put all his information below and link his information. Like I said, you're welcome to just reach out to him. He was very nice. There was a lot of back and forth about some different things and what he wanted. Asked a lot of really good questions. And that's always great because that's usually what you end up with when you actually get something really good. A lot of good questions, pointed questions about what you're trying to do. So I wouldn't hesitate to necessarily go back to him and try to do some more work. And I don't want to quote any prices to him because that's his choice to do that. But I thought he was very reasonable for what it was. Okay? So hopefully you like that a lot. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to go away. I'm going to do a little bit of research on my Boxed Heroes box and see if I can come up with some comics and maybe this one. And then I'm going to put this in the new case that I have, and hopefully you'll get a chance to check it out, and we'll come on back. All right, welcome back. So we did a little bit of research on some of our comic books, and we found some decent values of things, but didn't look like anything was too awesome, but maybe I missed something. I'd love to get people's opinions on some of the books. Whether it's this one from Squatchy Comics or all these other ones from Boxed Heroes. There's some ones I really like. I do like the one that the Squatchy sent me, which I really do appreciate. An extra little throw-in for it. So that was a lot of fun, and I did appreciate that one. I like the Rocket Raccoon with Stan Lee on it. That's sort of a different one. That's cool style. This one's probably my favorite. It's Man Bat #1. Just like I said, the way the cover sort of works. I don't know if you can sort of see that it sort of moves with the video, but I mean, so anyway, that was cool. And Howard the Duck is really cool. I like that. So it's a #6, 30-cent one. It looks like it's in great shape for as old of a book as I'm sure that it is. So yeah, I thought that was really neat. So again, I'm not too knowledgeable on some of the keys for these. So if there's something that I missed, this one's like I said, 151. Uncanny X-Men was cool. So yeah, I paid only $30 for this. So you're gonna get, you know, some. Hopefully you get your money back at least, and maybe a little bit more. But there were some fun comics in here that I hadn't seen, and I just thought I really enjoyed that. So let me know what you think, which ones you like, which ones you didn't like, or I put the Spawn 300 together with the Bearded Barbarian variant cover. This is a one of one. There are no other ones like this. But yeah, I just thought it was really cool. The case is actually really nice. It's very heavy, very good quality, very thick. So yeah, it came out really good. I got 2 of them. I got another one that I'm going to put another comic in. And my plan is to put it in the background. I just bought a little cheapo stand on Amazon in case you're wondering where that came from. So I could just sort of display it. Whenever I look to get anything like this, I always try to figure out how I'm going to display it. I'm not really the type of person who likes to collect things and just shove them in a box. I did that a lot when I did baseball cards, and I just kind of want to put stuff sort of on display and see some of the cool stuff we can get. So hopefully you enjoyed the content for the video. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Put the post notifications on. Join the Barbarian Horde. If you, like I said, welcome to put a comment down below on what you liked or what you didn't like. Thank you very much for coming, and goodbye from the Bearded Barbarian.